now it's working. Let me just tilt that up a little bit. Yeah, tell me if the angle of the camera is good as well. Yeah, so what happened was I was trying to connect my other phone. And I had to go into settings on the one I'm streaming off, and that ended the stream. And then I ran out of data. So I just had to spend like 20 bucks on data. But now, hopefully, it's all good. There's always gonna be something that goes wrong. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong with me. Now watch, I'm gonna run out of battery in the camera because I forgot to charge them or something. Anyway. Camera's a little bit slow, but that's okay. Let's see if we can get down here. Hoping the clouds clear up a little bit and we get a nice sunset. Let's go for dinner now, but I'll leave the stream on. Okay, that's all good, dude. No problem. Probably be on for an hour, hour and a half, or until something runs out of batteries. That's all good. You go enjoy your dinner. Oh, it's a cute puppy. Oh, there's dogs everywhere today. It's going to be great. I have to try and get photos of them at some point.
All right. Yeah. Well, she only had a haircut. She had like really long hair. She had a little bit.
Go up into the bush here a little bit, and then there's a nice little bit that looks out over onto that beach. Still yet to get a nice sunset at this spot. I'm glad all the birds are out today. It makes for some nice ambient noise. I remember the last time I came up here, it smelled like paint for some reason. Like someone had just sprayed a shitload of paint somewhere for whatever reason. I'm so unfit. It's alright. Let's take this nice and slow. You can kind of see the beach through the trees up there. Dude, I've been walking for 5 minutes. Why am I already getting exhausted? I need to do this more often. Hey, Frost Soul, how you doing? Doing alright, kind of tired. Yeah, I'm kind of tired as well. Mostly just because I'm very unfit. I'm carrying a whole bunch of gear around with me. Here we go. It's a nice little spot tucked away up here in the trees. You'd never realize this is here unless you went and just walked around and looked for it. Don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but hopefully it's as pretty as I can see it. I want to try and get one through the trees. I might have to jump up on top of something, possibly. Okay, how's that one turn out? Yeah, that's alright. Probably look a little better once it's edited. Oh well. Hoping we get a nice sunset. Tired because I'm both unfit and been stuck inside with rain. Oh, sorry to hear that, dude. That really sucks. Hoping it's not affecting you too badly. Yeah, I'm definitely got to keep that on my mind today and try and keep my distance from everyone and not touch a lot of things. Yeah, it seems everyone around here has just kind of forgotten it exists. Everyone's just kind of getting sick of it, so they refuse to believe that they refuse to believe that it still exists, and they just want to pretend that it's gone away and don't really think about how that could affect other people. It's another great spot here. Is she feeding the birds up there? I think so. Or is she picking berries? I don't know. Can't tell. I think she's picking berries, actually. Oh, that's blurry as hell. Oh well. Look at all the doggos. Oh my god. Oh, they're so cute. G'day. How's it going? They're all adorable.
Thank you, we think so. I think so.
Oh, I love them. This is another great spot up here as well. It started was awful. Had noodle into no appetite, now I'm relatively normal. Still a bit messed up, my sense of taste is partly gone. I'm full of lung crud and tired a lot. Yeah, that really sucks, dude. I hope it doesn't stick around for too much longer. Hopefully you can get back on your feet and feeling like yourself soon. Might have to try and get down there later. Kind of see it. Still learning where exactly you'll be able to see it. See what I'm looking at in the camera. great view. It's a little dark because of all the clouds, but it's probably not really a big deal. It's probably better if anything. The sky won't be really blown out in the photos. I want to try and get a picture of one of these dogs. Hey buddies. Hey buddo.
What was
Hello.
that, Russ?
Oh, Russ.
Oh.
Never seen a camera before. Everyone's got phones these days.
Yeah.
It's okay, buddy. Not gonna hurt you. I just want to make you look pretty. You're adorable. Thank you. I love this view here too. Just with the rocks and the mountain stuff up there. I've already got a good photo here, so I don't think I really need it. Used to have photography as a hobby as a kid. Fell out trying it because I grew really lazy. At this point I only take photographs in video games and take my photo mode. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's a bit it's a little bit time consuming and very expensive. Yeah, I try and get photos in video games and stuff, especially like because I've got Skyrim like crazy modded, so it looks completely unreal. Well, I used to, but yeah, I'd try and get awesome photos of the landscapes there as well. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it ever since I picked up this camera. I've just been going out non-stop. Hopefully it'll get me a bit more fit. It's relatively calm today compared to all the other times I've been out here. Oh god, there's seaweed absolutely everywhere. The cameras are the one on my cell phone, a really old Canon A1400. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter what you have. Like this is a Nikon D5200, like with the cheapest kit lens that came on it, and that's like I think 6 or 7 years old now. I can still take great photos with that. I've just got a cheap mid-range phone. Got nothing special. It's just, it's what you pointed at. That's what you pointed at is what makes a photo good or bad. I mean, I'm still trying to save up for one because this thing isn't the best, but I've still been quite happy with it. I'll fall in the water here. Watch. Get set up. Is that at F22? am I doing? As you can see, I am not the best at this. Let's try and get one of the waves like breaking over the rocks. Sliding into the goddamn water. No. I've been out here like 10 minutes and I'm getting my feet wet already. There's really not much in the way of waves today. Come on. Oh well. Might walk back up this way a little bit later and hope the waves pick up a little bit. That in the background and then get the rocks sort of blurred. Ah, no. Don't know how much blur I think I'm gonna get it. Like F5, but oh, quickly. That would have been absolutely perfect to get the waves crashing over that. I am pressing all of the wrong buttons right now. Alright, come on. No, nothing. Oh, and this huge wave's gonna come in and crash over everything while my camera's loading. Watch this. Never mind, I was wrong. Walk back down this way a bit later. Don't think we're gonna get a sunset, but I can still be hopeful. Well, I guess it's a good day to be out in terms of people at least, because I mean there's gonna be no people anywhere. I'm not going to be struggling to keep my distance. Missed the waves, I think. I have no idea what I'm doing, in case you couldn't tell. I just sort of point my camera at things. And hope for the best, and some turn out really cool. And then I'm happy. Yeah, that's all you can do. And like, I don't live far away from here, so I can always just come back. Oh, this guy's got another doggo. Lord, there is seaweed everywhere. I have not seen this beach like this before. I haven't actually seen it with any seaweed on it before. have to jump over a bit more. Let's climb on some rocks so we don't get wet. Oh god. This is a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I could have just walked around the rocks. I'm so dumb. Make a whole lot of sushi with all that seaweed. I don't know how good it'd taste. Just bring a whole bunch of plastic bags around and bring a whole bunch of plastic bags down. Grab all the seaweed and try and sell it to local sushi places. That's some big brain money making scheme right there. G'day. I think I've seen this dog before. How you going? Good, thank you. Oh, there's another dog up there. Also, let me know if I could let me know if it would look better if I angled the camera up a little bit or down a little bit, or if I could move it around, because I can't do that. A lot of doggos today. Yeah. I mean, there's always plenty of doggos around here, but it's like, it's not usually every single person that has one. I haven't been down this far. I haven't been down this far before. No idea what's around here. Just looks like there's houses up there. Came out here a few days ago actually, when I got a new lens, because I came to test it out. And then I ended up seeing like over a dozen dolphins, like just over there. And then I was like, okay, yeah, this would be so cool if I could just stream this and like be able to record when I see cool random shit like that. Because that is not what I went out to see, but that's what happens. And it was really cool. Don't really know what else is up here. Oh my god, more doggos! There is just like a non-stop supply of doggos today, I swear. Let me get some cars up there now. Probably can't see them on camera. Seems like I'm just shooting everything behind me at this point. But it never hurts to just go for a walk and see what you find. It's a lot easier now that I'm not walking on the sand or walking upstairs. So that's nice. It's almost got a chance to see some dolphins and they both left the harbour. I got seasick. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, I was able to see them, but like I don't have a telephoto lens or like a lens that zooms in really far, so I couldn't get good photos of them. I mean, I got a couple that I posted in Elvish's Discord a while ago, but that's about it. Yeah, but they were like, I was just walking out along the break wall that's just over there, and there was like 10 to 20 dolphins just in between the two break walls that are up there. It's like I'd seen them coming up, because there's two cities here and there's a river that runs all the way through them both, and and coming across the big bridge, I'd seen dolphins there quite a lot, but I've never actually been somewhere to get photos of them. And well, I've probably lived here almost a year now. Oh, there's another doggo. Oh, they're all so cute too. Photo? Photo?
He's looking at you. He's cute, isn't he?
Oh, he's adorable.
Yeah, okay. Look this way.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, this way.
He's dead.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, he's watching. Look, this way. Look, down here.
Hey, Bob.
Look.
Echo.
Come on, buddy.
Hey, Bobby. Hello.
Oh, it's a little bit blurry.
Oh.
Come on, buddy.
Echo. There he is. Yeah.
The thing is with this dog, everything's black. The eyes are black.
Yeah.
The face is
Oh,
black.
that's great.
And I've actually got a picture of Ernie and him together. And you've got to look carefully to see where his eyes are.
Yeah.
You're a pretty boy.
Well, they say dogs and children are the hardest thing to photograph.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. He's nearly 16 years old.
Yeah, right. He's still adorable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Yeah, that's what I love about this as well, is like, if I didn't have a camera and I wasn't taking photos of them, I would have never had that interaction. Like, I probably just would have walked past, said hi. But like, I actually had somewhat of a conversation with them. And that's just, yeah, and there's been lots of conversations I've had just while I'm out that I would have never had if I wasn't taking photos or if I didn't have a camera on me. And that's just one of the things I've been absolutely loving about this. Turn the ISO down a little bit. That one's pretty. Ooh. Photography for me are great social interactions. Yeah, I mean, I'm an introvert as well, but it's like, so I always want to go up and I always want to pat dogs whenever I see them, but I've never had the confidence to, and like, Well, now that I've got a camera, it's allowing me to come out of my shell a little bit and just say to myself like, hey, can I get a photo of your dog or something like that? And it's like conversations that I would have never ever started otherwise, because I am extremely introverted as well. But it's just, yeah, it's helping me come out of my shell a little bit, and it's been absolutely fantastic. See the sun starting to come through the clouds a little bit. It's getting a little bit orange over there. Don't know how much of a sunset we're going to get because it's getting pretty late now, I think. It is 5:22. Yeah, probably not going to get much more. Probably not going to get much more light. Oh, hold on. No, I'm probably going to miss them. Okay. Don't know if my shutter speed was high enough. It's like people go to run through your photos, and it's like, no, I want you in the photo, don't run. Once it loads. Oh, maybe. Might have got one. Not sure. Try it again. Okay. You're right. No, go. Take it. No. Oh, that would have been perfect with the little doggo there. But the camera is too slow to capture it. So let's down this ramp. Better.
Ernie's cute too.
Oh, he's so fluffy.
Yeah,
it's adorable. Just like a little ramp down to the rocks. People having a few beers up there, just enjoying what little bit of the sunset they can get. This would be a cool little swimming spot here. So you got the, yeah, because it just looks really shallow here, and then you got that big, the big rock wall to sort of break the big waves coming in. This is a cool little chill spot down here. Yeah. I hope I don't fall, because like I don't want to catch myself with my camera hand. Yeah. Don't wet my shoes, please. That would be bad. Just looks like it's all rock beaches up towards there. Actually, I wonder if there's another lookout like up on that mountain bit. Shoot that. And these rocks in the foreground, sort of. My shoes are getting wet. No. Okay. My feet are fine though. Still dry. Still good. Okay. So I don't think I'm game enough to get photos of people that know I'm there. Would have been nice to get them like against the beach, but not quite game enough for that yet. Although I have had a couple of photos where I've taken the photo and then I get home and edit them and then I realize they're staring right into the camera. And it's just like, oh. It's always kind of funny though, because their reactions are just so weird and funny. And it's not like they're smiling for the camera. It's like, huh, what are you doing taking a photo of me? And it's the reactions you get on their faces are hilarious sometimes. But I'm still like half petrified of just walking up to someone and taking their photo. Relaxing to see the coast and live on the coasters. Yeah, well it's like, I mean I've lived here for almost a year now, and I've only started coming to the beach since I bought this camera. But I live right near the beach and I just don't come here. But it's been, I'll just sit inside all day on my computer because it's like, I've got no reason to go to the beach because I dislike being in the water. Because I'd always, as a kid when we go to the beach, well I mean as a little kid I was not scared of the ocean at all. Like I'd get in the water and I would just go and swim. I'd just swim out into the ocean like really, really far and not even notice how far I'd gone out. Until one day I got dunked by a huge wave. I was doing flips and shit underwater and I couldn't find my way back up, and that frightened me enough to like make me not want to go in the ocean much anymore. And that's where my fear of water started. I stayed my entire life and only gone to the beach when I've... Yeah, it's like when you live somewhere, you don't actually go and do the things that are around you. But like when you're going on holidays, you're going there to do things at that location. But when you live somewhere, it's just like, oh, that's where I live. This is just like where I live. Like you go to the shops, you go to work, you go to school, whatever, and you don't actually think that like it's a like, because this is a big vacation destination as well. Like during the school holidays, like when people come here for vacations, well before this pandemic started at least, like it'd take you an extra half an hour to get anywhere. And it's just like you don't see that when you live here, because you see your house, you see the shops, like.
Any good ones?
Yeah, hopefully got a few.
Yeah, good. Good stuff.
Ooh. What if I could shoot through this little tree arch thing and get something nice in the middle of it? Don't know if I'm going to be lucky enough to get the beach in it though. Now I'm going to be exhausted walking all the way out here, and then I've also got to take into account I have to walk all the way back as well. Actually looks like there's something up there, like there's stairs leading up there or something. Don't fall over. Might have to throw my other lens on soon because it's getting a bit dark. have nicer photos, but I won't have the zoom anymore. Do I want to go up there? I don't know. Is there an easier way to get up there? I also don't know. But I don't want to risk it when I've got like an expensive phone strapped to my chest and an expensive camera strapped to my hand. That wouldn't be fun if I fell in the water. So I've literally got all my other gear on my back as well. The beach is beautiful, prefer being in the mountain and forest areas. Yeah, I love those as well. It's like I come down and shoot the beach because that's what's here. But yeah, there's a lot of forest around us as well. It's just yeah, I need to go like traveling a bit more. I really enjoy walking around the streets at night. I like doing like low light street photography, but this camera body doesn't do well at high ISO, so I can't really. Speaking of, I've got it cranked up way too high. Yeah, I can't really I can't just be run and gun and just walk around and take things freehand, because they either turn out blurry or they turn out really grainy because I've had to turn the ISO up really high. Yeah, I've been enjoying shooting everything really. Just the beach. I'd love to be able to go to foresty, mountainy areas, but haven't really found any of those. Well, I haven't found any like nice trails or anything around here yet. This is a cool little spot. What is this for? Wasserton curry, mud crabs, winter swimming club. Okay. It's like a Rotary Club sort of thing. And there's a whole shitload of names on the bricks too. I have no idea what they're for. Yeah, some of them are like in loving memory, so some of them are for people that passed away. Yeah, don't know if you can see that, 1935 to 2010, so that's, yeah, obviously someone that's died, but then there's other names, but it's kind of cool. See if we can get a good shot here. Hopefully. Point it down a little bit too much. There's a very good spot to have some kind of subject in. Not sure though. Portrait photography is one thing I haven't done at all yet. Mostly just because I don't want to like fuck someone around that's trying to get their photo taken and I have like no idea what I'm doing yet. Ooh, this could shoot through that just with the beach in the background. Well, there's a little bit of water in the background. Family has a cabin a few states away that I go to every year. No internet, and the cabin is really old. Right next to the lake in between a ton of hills and mountains. Oh, that's really cool. That sounds amazing. I wouldn't do with no internet though. I couldn't do that. Like, yeah, we've been trying to get away just to like caravan parks just around the area, just to go away for a day to somewhere that isn't home. But like, yeah, when I'm in bed or going to sleep, at least I need some sort of internet to be on my phone, because I can't sleep without something on. It's a horrible habit, but not really something I can kick. Oh no, don't start raining. That would be not good. I want to go walk up there. Actually, that'll probably shield me from the rain. Cool. Can't really see. Yeah, I think it's kind of getting too dark now. Ooh. Might be able to get some crashing waves around here. Actually, maybe not, because I'll have to turn the shutter speed way up and it'll be really dark. So this might be a good opportunity to swap lenses and see what we can do here. Okay, I'm gonna take my bag off somehow. Still got my camera strapped to my wrist. I need an actual camera bag because I've literally just got like a $20 backpack with like a little with like a tiny little camera bag shoved inside of it. There's so much crap in here. There we are. Probably don't need this visor, but oh well. I need to shove my hand back through this small little hole with a camera in it. There we go. Perfect. Is it at 6.3? 1.8, there we go. In problem place, it's hard to get a good variety of photos because whenever I go onto the balcony, there's always weird weather. It's overcast. Yeah. I mean, well, like, today is pretty overcast and it's still like an awesome spot to come out to and shoot. Well, I don't like clear skies. I like it being a little bit overcast. Well, I like there to be a little bit less clouds, so then the sunset can kind of like shine its colors through the clouds. That's like ideal conditions, I'd say. Or other ideal conditions are when it's just been pouring down rain and there's water everywhere to get like a bunch of reflections off stuff. All right, let us see if we can get some photos of the crashing waves. I'm probably gonna get wet. I can't zoom out either, I forgot. Okay, so try and do that. Probably turn the ISO way up. Done that, and wait for a wave. I'm gonna sit down so it's not as shaky. And now we play the waiting game. Ooh, here we go. That would have been great, but I forgot this camera only has a buffer of 6 shots. So I take the photos. All right, let's try this again. Possibly. I don't want to just sit here waiting for ages because I would normally, but like it's not good content. Come on. Okay, hopefully we got a few good ones out of that. And a giant wave is coming after that. Great. Oh, that wasn't the best anyway. Did we get any good ones? Kinda. They're a little dark. Oh, come on. Focus. There we go. That's what I wanted. Please tell me I got that. Please tell me I got it. I hope you can see this alright as well, because like I can't see my phone. Ooh, yes. That is exactly what I wanted. I just hope the photo isn't too grainy because I have the ISO bumped up really, really high. Oh well. It'll be good just for putting up on Instagram or whatever anyway. It's starting to drizzle a little bit, so I'm going to go for a walk up here. I'm already dreading going up these stairs. All right, let us ascend. They're like, not even stairs either. It's like a ramp with steps in it. So it's like, it's a ramp and stairs in one, so it's a pain in the ass. Ooh. I don't think I'm going to be able to move back further. Oh my god. Hello.
Hi.
He's adorable.
Say hello. Say hello.
Hey, buddo.
It's like what it is.
Hey, buddy.
Come on. It's just a camera. Hey. Come on.
Thank you. More dogs. I absolutely love those giant dogs. They're just like, I find the bigger dogs the cuter ones. Actually, let's turn the ISO down. That's hopefully a good one. It's cool with the framing. I need a zoom lens that does a little bit better in low light. Because I want to zoom in on them, but I can't because my other lens does horrible in these conditions. Oh well. Dog. Yes, I know. He's the big adorable one. There's a great view up here. So it's like I never ever would have known about this place if I wasn't just walking around. It's just not something I ever would have found. If you can see that. Yeah. Well, I need like a 16mm prime, I think. or an 18. Like, well, there's got a bubbler up here too. That's cool. Ooh. It's gonna be blurry as all hell. Hopefully it's not. Oh, that turned out alright actually. That one's cool. It was a lot easier to tolerate in smaller dogs, often when you see smaller dogs. Yeah, I find that a lot too. It's like the big aggressive looking ones are the friendly ones, and the little non-aggressive looking ones are the aggressive ones. But, yeah, I used to have Kelpies, and if I had another dog, I would 100% get another Kelpie again. They are just like, they're the most loyal dog I've ever come across. Like, I could not go, I could go anywhere. I'd go anywhere with her without a lead on, and she would just stay by my side the whole time. And like, every single night as I went to bed, she would force her way under the covers, force her way under my arm, and just shove herself into my chest. And it was the most adorable thing ever. And I'm getting really exhausted now. I think when I get to the top of this hill, I might either have a break for a bit, or I'll just like chill up there for a bit and then stream, because I am just absolutely knackered. There's another doggo. Is he on his own? Oh no. Hello. Hopefully I got that. Nah, it's blurry. Oh well. I never would have expected there to be anything like this, because it's like a block that way, is, and you're in town. It's, yeah, I never expected to find this up here. More scared of chihuahuas than you are of a Great Dane. Yeah, chihuahuas are just vicious little shits. We actually had a chihuahua as a kid that just like rocked up at our doorstep one day. And yeah, he just wouldn't leave, so we sort of took him in, because we couldn't find who owned him, so we just took him in for like 2 years, until 2 years later he just fucked off, and we found out he went back to his original owner after 2 years of having him. And that was just apparently what he did. Like, he'd just go to somewhere, he'd stay there for a few years, and then just piss off to someone else. Oh. I don't know if I can get you up there, but this is a great view. Can't really capture it all, because it doesn't allow me to do widescreen when I'm streaming, but there's another spot up there as well. Oh, that'd be great. I'm going to be able to see exactly where I just came from. Oh, and look, like there's just, I don't know if you can see it up there, but there's just like all cars parked along there. Like there's just a bunch of houses there, right up on top of the hill. I can't even. I wonder if I could get over there and get a shot down the street. I hate the fact people think big dogs are vicious. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not just the dog themselves. Like, I think any dog raised in good conditions will be good. Like some just naturally won't be, but like not all of one breed are bad, whether it's Chihuahuas or Pit Bulls or huge dogs or anything. Like there'll always be some good ones and there'll always be some bad ones. It's just the way it is. It's just that people choose to judge based on the minority, because it's like people hear three or four stories about someone getting bitten by a pit bull and they're like, oh, all pit bulls are like that, we should ban them, sort of thing. And it's like, yeah, they can be vicious, but there's other dogs as well that will attack people. But, yeah. This is an amazing view right here. Okay, just imagine this with like the sky lit up like orange and pink just from the sunset. It would be a phenomenal view. This is absolutely a spot I need to come back to. Little love locks on there. It's cool. I don't know what you're supposed to call them. There's a couple spots like that around here. Loving memory. Oh. It's always kind of heartbreaking to see things like that. It's always kind of nice to like know that people have gone so far out of their way to like that. Like that's been, I don't know if you can see it, but like that's been professionally engraved. Like someone threw this up here because they never ever wanted to forget about whoever that was. That I will never know that person, but it meant so much to some other person I don't know for them to get something like this done for them. Even though it's not a huge thing, it's like the one thing people don't realize is that everyone else has their own extremely complicated life as well. Like everyone else's life is just as intricate and as complicated as yours is. And that's the thing I don't think a lot of people realize. It's easy to be self-centered because you've got so much going on in your life. It's easy to forget that other people have this extremely convoluted and complicated life just like you do. That's the thing that's very easy to forget, and the thing that's very easy to, yeah, it's very hard to comprehend. Anyway, let's try and get some photos of this place. Ooh, the colours are coming through the clouds now. Enough of my incoherent rambling about the intricacies of life and death. In America, a lot of people hate pit bulls because this breed originated from dogfight rings, even though pit bulls can be some of the sweetest dogs living. Yeah, exactly. Like I absolutely love pit bulls. I know they can be really nice, and I know that they've got a bad reputation because of a few of them. But yeah, I mean, it's especially like that if people breed them specifically to be fighting dogs, and they treat them like they're fighting dogs, then that's how they're gonna act, and that's how you're gonna know the dog. Like you don't hear about the hundreds of thousands of pit bulls that don't maul people, but you hear about the one or two that maul people, because like you don't see, like, a news article that says, oh, pit bull doesn't murder somebody. Like that's not clickable. But it's like you hear, oh, someone got viciously mauled by a pit bull. Like that's clickable news pretty much. Because it's kind of why I've turned away from mainstream media, because they report on whatever will get them the most views, essentially. I really didn't intend to get this philosophical. Like, I was just meant to be lighthearted, walking around taking photos, but I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me. I don't care. I'm just some guy walking around a small town taking photos. Like, I don't expect anyone to listen to me. I don't expect anyone to agree with me. And if they do, I just hope that they don't take everything that I say as fact, and they form their own opinion as well. And not just, everyone needs to, a lot of things people are doing now, especially, like, they'll hear something from someone and they'll take it as absolute fact, and like they won't do any of their own research. And like I'm guilty of that as well. Like, I'm really guilty of that. And I often need to ground myself and say, well, hey, like, you just heard someone say that on the internet. That probably isn't, like, that may not be true. You need to fact check this, kind of thing. I don't know how we're going for lighting now. Hoping this phone is sort of capturing everything well. Hello, Winona. Where's this beach? This is Foster Beach in New South Wales, Australia. Foster. It's just, we're kind of on the beach. We've just been walking through the brush over there. But yeah, it's getting kind of dark now, and I'm getting absolutely exhausted. So may wrap up soon. It just depends. Just depends on how long, or just depends on how much light we have left. And yeah, because if like it gets to the point where you guys can't even say anything, then there's no point continuing on going. But this has been really, really fun, and I'm extremely glad that I did this. I won't walk on the road now. That's probably, don't do the stuff that I'm doing. Just like, it's probably not a good idea. But I'm being as safe and as cautious as I can about everything that I'm doing. Probably also doesn't help that I'm dressed in all black. Okay. No cars that way, no cars up that way. See if we can get this. Hopefully one of those isn't blurry. I don't know if I got that. Do one more time. No, it doesn't want to focus now. think that's about all I'm going to get. Yeah, I think they're all a bit blurry. Oh well. I'm going to try and jump back over here. Somebody get ready to clip it when I fall over. Oh god, that's... Yep, that moved. Okay. Yeah, that's not stable. Is this one stable? I hope so. Oh, hey, look, I did it. I am the greatest. God, I can't see anything in here. Torch. There we go. Hopefully that lights it up a little bit. Suddenly Cloverfield. I have no idea what that is, Elvish. Or Blair Witch. I also have no idea what that is. I am an uncultured swine. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see anything now. Found footage movies, probably like, ah, okay. Oh well, if something happens to me, you guys are all here to see it. Well, actually it doesn't look like you can see anything, so... anyway. Yeah, can you guys even see anything at this point? It's getting... Yeah, you can? Okay, cool. Because, yeah. I'm looking at it on the tiny screen on my other phone and I can't really see anything. Oh, look at that. You can see stuff. The foliage is just dark. Yeah, I imagine that way. It's starting to get pretty dark around here now. I'm gonna have to get down here so I can like stabilize it on a fence. I'm like half kneeling down. This is incredibly uncomfortable. I kind of got it. It's a landscape one. I am absolutely exhausted now. Oh, that one's blurry. Let's try that again. There is a spider web on my camera. Let's hope. I think I got it. Probably. Probably not. Yeah, I should probably get out of here now because I can't imagine. I can imagine this is a place where you go missing quite easily. I've stopped running into people now, so everyone's kind of... Ooh. I thought I was going to get jumped on by a spider. What the? Can you guys see that? Please tell me you can see that. It's like a little torch bug or something. Oh, there's a couple of them in there. Please tell me you can see that. There's a couple of like torch bugs or whatever they're called lighting up in there. I have never seen those in my life. Holy crap. Yeah, they're like little flashing things. They're like just flying around. Slightly. You can see the lights flickering. Yeah, they're little bugs flying around. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they're just like little tiny bugs flying around and they're lighting up. It's so cool.
Come on.
G'day. Hey, Paro. Hey, cutie. Another doggo. That's so cool. I've never seen those in my life. I didn't even know they were like, I didn't even know they existed in Australia. Oh God, I've lost my chat. Hold on. That's freaking, we need to go on a photo adventure someday for sure. Yes, I would absolutely love to do that, Elvish. Got really dark quite fast. Yeah. Yeah, it sort of, it does that, like it's sunset and then once it gets dark, it just plummets into complete darkness. I do not lose chat. Yeah, I clicked something on my other phone, but we're back now. We're good. There's plenty of other places. There's plenty of other places around here that I know of as well that need to come back and do the same thing. G'day. Here we are, back on the beach, if you can see that. Yeah, getting quite dark now. 4:08 a.m. for you. Outside is just pitch black. It's like peak early adventure material right here. Yeah, this is just, and this is normally the time where I'd go like I go into sort of more downtown areas and then like I find artificial lighting basically. Just whatever building, like whatever lights are on in buildings or neon signs or street lights or all that kind of stuff. I have to figure out if there is a way. I think I might need to tilt you down a little bit. Hold on. Wait, is it upside down? Hold on. On my phone, well, on the phone I'm streaming off of, the picture is upside down. Is it coming upside down for you guys? Because it's like, it's upside down on the phone I'm streaming off. That's so weird. That's a bit better, I think. Yeah, it's pretty much to the point where I can't really take photos anymore. Or without like setting up a tripod or I can't. I'm exhausted too. Yeah. This has been really fun. Looks fine. Yeah, like I can see the stream. Like I've got another phone in front of me that I'm looking at chat and I'm looking at the stream on, and like I'm sorry if anyone's like followed or done anything like that because I can't bring it up for some reason. But thank you if anyone has. Hello. Yeah, I've still got it. See, people, well, it's like, it seemed like I scared the shit out of her because she was like, it was like she saw me because I was right in the middle of those trees, and she saw me, and it's like she darted off to the left. Well, I'm an extremely scary person. I mean, I am in all black, so I'm in all black. I've got a giant camera. I've got a giant phone strapped to my chest. People are gonna notice me. Good one follow from Winona, I assume. Oh, okay. Well, if you can see that, yeah. Thank you, Winona. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, laddie, you can go in, if you're on PC, you can go into mod view, and then you'd be able to, yeah, you'd be able to see all that stuff. I tried to set it up earlier, but for some reason, like, it just wasn't connecting on my phone. You can probably only see like the lights just peeking up from over the little bit of the horizon now. I'll turn my camera off because there's no point having it on. Well, my plan, I originally planned to like walk up a little bit and then walk back and like shoot the sunset, but that's not what happened, and we just like ended up walking all the way to the top of a mountain, and we found somewhere really, really cool. So it's not exactly how I expected it to go, but it was still really cool. And that's like if I had never gotten into photography, or I'd never just said, I'm gonna go out and go for a walk and try and find somewhere cool, like, I never would have even known this was here. Like, it's something that I never ever paid attention to until I bought a camera, and I was like, okay, I need to look for cool things to shoot now. But yeah, there's just, because this beach, from my route coming in and out of the shops here, I'd never seen this. I had no idea, like, there was so much along here, and there was so many trails and all that kind of stuff. All right. I'm going to take a seat on this rock and look over. See the city lights, hopefully. Not that you can see much of it. But I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you, everyone that came in and just watched my incoherent rambling, just walking around. It was really fun. Thank you for everyone that just came in and chatted, and anyone that followed, because I can't see that, unfortunately. But I actually might check and see if I can. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm in the stream manager and I cannot see anything. Thank you, everyone who came out. I am incredibly exhausted, in case you couldn't tell. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see much anymore. Well, I am just going to leave you with this. I hope you guys enjoyed. Whoever came out and everyone that was chatting, I appreciate every single one of you, all you guys, gals, and all the other pals. Thank you. Surprised at joining when I saw. It was a pleasure having you here, Olvish. It's been absolutely wonderful, and yeah, thank you so much for promoting me on Discord and on Twitter and everything, and hopefully getting some more absolutely lovely people out here. Yeah, it was a blast, and I can safely say that it probably wouldn't have been nearly as fun and nearly as active without you, dude, so much love. But yeah, thank you, and I think we're going to end it there. You know, 20 followers, Frost Soil was followed by that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was at 18, so it would have been Winona and Frost Soil, so thank you both of you for coming in, being absolute darlings. And yeah, I can't really go and check if there's anyone else on to raid, but like, if you wanna slash raid someone, Elvish, you're more than welcome to. But I can't really check who's on because I don't have all the moderated view up. I'm in an incognito tab on my other phone looking at it. So yeah, if there's someone you can think to raid, then like, you're more than welcome to. But if not, then I'll probably just end it here. What else? The sexy thing. Yes, I'm more than happy to raid Alice. You have been very active in your chat, so I don't have permission to raid on your behalf. Oh, you don't? Okay. Okay. I don't know how to turn that on, but I will. I'll have to get my phone off of my chest and type in to the chat off of there. Yep. Can I type in chat? No, I can't. Yeah, I can't type into chat while I'm streaming, apparently. Yeah, I would love to raid, but honestly I've got no idea how to do it right now. So I would have no idea how to figure it out, but yeah, I will get onto that later. But for now I'm just gonna have to end it without a raid. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for coming out. It has been an absolute pleasure. Bye guys.